What is going on, Cupbangers? Today's a very sexy day here in LA. I'm Alejandro, and let's talk about cars, yo. Hit it, Pedro! In today's episode of Let's Talk About Cars, yo, we continue with the Fun on a Budget challenge here. And right now we're driving the Z06 Chevy Corvette, baby. Wow! I cannot start this video without saying, when I was a little kid, I used to go everywhere with one of my friends when we were kids and his dad in his yellow Corvette. Ever since, it's been a dream of mine to drive one of these. I've never driven a Corvette before. This is my first time ever. So I'm not gonna be able to give you any feedback on the past ones. So let's just talk about this one right now. So what are we looking at? We're looking at a Corvette Z06, baby. What does that mean? That means you get a supercharged V8 engine that produces 650 horsepower and 650 pounds-feet of torque. That gets the car from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. It's a rear-wheel drive car, and it's a massive supercharged engine. It's a 6.2-liter bad boy. So you got the power is not missing in this thing. However, we're not here to talk about track times or anything because we're not gonna take this to the track right now. We're gonna test drive it like most people would in the city with a lot of traffic. And even though it's killing my soul, it's fitting because you know what? This is actually a very comfortable car. As far as the suspension ride goes, right? This is more comfortable than the 918 along with the seats. This is more comfortable than the GT3 RS and the RS. This is a very big car, so it feels nice when you're driving it. This is a very muted engine. Even though the engine's on the front, and you only got this, which is not that thick for sound protection from the exhaust, it doesn't sound that loud in here, but it sounds incredible from the outside. The visibility is pretty good. I mean, considering what it is, this is really legit. Way better than an Aventador, for example. The blind spots right here are not that big and they're not solid blocked, so you can see through. Steering wise, not the greatest steering I've ever felt. It kind of feels really, really cheap. And I don't know how you can feel a cheap steer. It kind of feels like one of those, what's the cup cars that they drive in Mexico? Oh, the Crown Victorias. Okay, it feels like a Crown Victoria steer. Even though once you start giving it a little bit more, you start feeling the wheels turn a little bit and the weight gets there. So steering is not the greatest you'll ever find. Let's talk about interior and the finishes everywhere here. Because they are, I mean, we're talking about a $70,000 car, give or take, right? Whether you buy it new or with a couple miles. This is a legitimate good value proposition right here because the interior doesn't look cheap. It kind of reminds me of like a mixture of the LFA, some sort of Audi, and maybe a Tesla. It's really strange. I know all of those things combined doesn't sound appealing, but it's nice. It's got a lot of nice leather finishes. It does have some plastic, which is always a bad one. Right here, the steering wheel kind of looks, yeah. So it's an automatic 8-speed transmission that it has. It doesn't really lag. It's not the quickest one I would take to the track, but it's not slow. It's actually pretty good for what it is. I wouldn't complain if I'm driving this every day and I wouldn't take it to track. That would never cross my mind. I think this is more than enough to finish anyone on the street. The entertainment system, this is a weird one because it does have all the very easy access options that you have in front of you, but it does have like a very weird, I don't want to say tacky, but let's call it tacky interface. A lot of bright colors and like, I would like it personally to be more simple, but then that's, you know, to each is their own. What the fuck did I just see?
Awesome, I love them.
Thank you.
How much horse are they running?
650. 650, 650. A lot of people also seem to not feel as intimidating to talk to you when you're driving this instead of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Pagani or whatever. So that's cool. Everything is pretty easy to figure out in here. There's nothing crazy. There's no brain science. No one should get in the car and teach you how to use it properly. I mean, all the options are here between your infotainment system and your steering wheel. So those are pretty easy to get to. The displays in front of me, the display right in the middle is a screen and it's awesome. On the left and on the right, you go back to those old school Chevy. They kind of look cheap, not very good. The sound system in this thing is way better than the one in the Mustang. It sounds really good. Also, you got some carbon fiber here and a screen that goes up and down, which is another additional. Storage wise, there's a lot of storage space. You have this, sides, You have a proper glove box in here. You have all of that. So it's not the biggest one, but it's really good. I almost let that one go. By the way, this thing burns rubber like a motherfucker. That's one of my favorite things. You can be just sitting at a light, accelerate a little bit on it, and the car will go sideways. It's awesome to just fuck around in. The gearbox, it's like I said, it's an 8-speed automatic gearbox. It's not gonna make it or break it. It's not the best, it's not the worst. It's not bad at all, actually. It's pretty good. I wish it was a manual. Fortunately for everyone, they sell these in a manual. So problem solved. Is just specifically this one, not my thing. Now, as far as speed goes, this feels really fast at really low speeds, but I feel like once you're giving it the full enchilada, it starts to lag. I don't know why, I don't know what it is. I haven't watched a lot of reviews on this car, and I don't know if that's like a problem they have, or maybe it's the way it's built and I'm maybe hallucinating or something. But it doesn't feel that fast once you're like really stepping on it for the long run. On the short run, like the Challenger, it loves to tail. So it's a showy car. It's awesome. That's what it's supposed to do, right? The looks outside are never gonna disappoint you. I mean, it looks as badass as they've ever looked. This is 80 millimeters wider than your regular Corvette, and it makes that big of a difference. If you get the CO8 package, you get better brakes, better tires, and a bigger wing, I think, or maybe that wing is there. The wing here on the back is kind of retarded. Visibility is good except on the back, because that wing's on the back and it has like a little clear thing, but I bet you at night you can't see shit. And also getting out of my garage was a little bit of a pain in the ass, but thank God you got the camera. So it's got all the creature comforts that you need. Lots of USBs, lots of everything. Like Abdul would say, bigger, better, baby. Things that I wish the car had. At the price, I can't complain about this. I think this is a great alternative for someone that has a lot of money, is younger, thinks of himself as a badass, and likes to have a good time. That to me is the feel that this car gives me. I don't know. It feels like I can have a good time. It's fancy, it's powerful, yet approachable. It lacked in some places where the Mustang kicked ass. This is a different beast. You can't compare this. The Mustang is actually like a more fun to drive car in the city. I would hope this is more fun to drive on the track. So based on that, I'm gonna give this one, just for city driving and not like going to the track all the time because I haven't driven it on the track, 3 absolutelys. Because the steering is not my thing, the sound's a little too muted, the power is good. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's a great car. It's just, I wish it was a little bit more flamboyant in a way and not playing it so safe.
Absolutely, yeah.
There you go. So what do you think, Cupbangers? What is your favorite feature or your favorite thing about the Vette? And please let me know in the comments down below. I think to me would be that acceleration when it's at a standstill. And obviously the looks. It looks insane, insane, insane. And the interior is pretty nice for the price. Dead honest. So let me know, Cupbangers. Thank you so very much for watching. Like always, I'm Alejandro, and I do not approve this message, you bastards. Take care.